Hey guys, it's Ben with Upstart HR, and I hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk about some of the first-time tips for the SHRM conference. The Society for Human Resource Management puts on a conference every year, and it's a really big deal. Thousands of people there, hundreds of vendors, and it's hard to wrap your mind around it if you've never been. It's hard to understand the scale, the complexity of the event. It's just amazing. It's huge. And for a first timer, it's really, there's a lot of things that you don't know, or things that you might not even expect. So I wanted to kind of go over some of the keys, things that I've learned over my years that I've been going to these things, and just some helpful first time tips. So two of the most common ones that I hear from people are wear comfortable shoes, and don't go for the swag. Don't, when you're walking to the expo hall, you don't have to pick up every single little piece of everything that someone's got sitting down on their table. Yes, they have free pens. They're not that great. They're not worth walking over there and getting them, stuff in your bag full of free pens, or whatever it might be. And the shoe thing. Those are two of the big ones that I hear. A couple of the ones that I've found that are kind of valuable are before you go, look at the list of vendors. It's pretty easy to find that on the SHRM website. Look at the list of vendors and find 2 or 3 that you're interested in talking to, really talking to, not just walking up and saying, hey, you have a great stuff, and walking away. So, actually planning some time. I want to talk to this recognition or awards company because we're looking at putting in a new employee appreciation plan or whatever it is, and you're looking for some new ways to motivate your employees, and you plan out, okay, I'm going to contact them when I'm there. I'm going to take 20 minutes to sit aside and talk with them and really try to figure out if it's worthwhile to go with this company or not. It's a way to kind of shop around and actually see someone face to face instead of picking up the phone and calling them and trying to get a feel of it that way, just cold or out of the blue, or just waiting for someone to contact you. This is a little bit more proactive, and I found that you will enjoy the experience more. It's less being sold to when you go seek them out and ask them questions and things. It's very much a different feel, different relationship with the vendors, and I would encourage you to do that. Another thing is networking. That's that's the buzzword. Everybody says networking, but I feel like that's some of the most valuable parts. I go to these things to learn. I'm going to all these sessions and things, but the networking and the people that you meet, and that those relationships can help you, far beyond just a session that you go and attend for, Fair Labor Standards Act or whatever it might be. You meet someone who, had to deal with a Department of Labor audit last year, and a couple months later you run into something and you've got an audit coming up. You pick up the phone and call that person. That was worth more than going to just a session on that topic. So anyway, just take the time to talk to some people. I'm the most introverted person ever. I can be standing 2 feet from you for an hour and I won't say a word unless you initiate something. That's just me, but it's not, everybody's the same way. We're all doing this together. Start with a crazy story and lead from there. We all have crazy stories. We're HR people. Build in a little you time, a little me time. Just have some time set aside where you're not doing anything. Just because there's a session scheduled in one slot doesn't mean you have to go. Especially if you've been going to them all day, you just need to stop, take a break, rest, and digest some of the things you've learned. It's okay to do that sometimes. Don't skip something really good if you're interested in it, but be sure to just schedule some little breaks in there so that you can stop and catch your breath and refresh and reset and move on. It's valuable. Otherwise you will burn out really quick. It's a long couple days if you're going, just nonstop the whole time. And the last thing that I would recommend is, let's say you go to 5, 6, 7 sessions, whatever it is, and you come away with 10 pages of notes. This is great stuff, all this great learning. In reality, you might do a few of those things, but you might do none of them. There's so many things to do when you get back to work. Oh, I've got to catch up on my 4,000 emails. There's all these demands pulling at you. Before you leave, really look at those, or if you're flying back home or whatever it is, really look at those notes. Look at all the things that you've you've put together and decide one of those things, one of them that you're going to do, that you're going to focus on, that you are going to, knock it out of the park. One thing from one session. You can do more, but that's only after you've accomplished that one thing. And when you go back and you put that into place and you put it into practice, every time you do that, you'll remember, you know what, I went to that training, I got that out of it, and it really did pay off, it really was worth it. I would encourage you to do that. So anyway, just some first-time tips for the SHRM conference, and I hope to see you at one sometime soon. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.